So real quick, here is a quick artboard test. I've got a primary and a pop-up test. Primary just has this awesome UI and a shared background. Our pop-up has this awesome pop-up content. And I use alias to mark an asset that's duplicated from another artboard or another file, so don't bother exporting it. Most texture packers can handle that, but I just try to make it easier. I do my normal export process, generate export for Unity, and what comes out is actually pretty good JSON without having to add anything. So the root width and height are the root width and height of the entire project, which is a little weird. But each artboard comes in as a top-level child. So essentially, Photoshop is treating each of these artboards as a container, and everything that's going on in here is just fancy view magic. It turns out I was actually kind of already working this way. So over in Photoshop, if I switch this back to the old guy, so this is what one of my normal screens might look like, where this is the size of the Photoshop document. This one is 750 1334, which is an iPhone 6. If I swap in the metadata for the little thing I just exported, it comes in the size of the entire artboard. So how I handle this in my own files is I have this root node option, which by default scans either the root or all of the top level container children. So in this case, this is very common. I'll make a main menu screen and then have all the pop-ups as root children and just create a single pop-up as a root node. And that's basically exactly what an artboard is. So if I just hit update node, this is my pop-up node. This is my primary node, and I would actually just create two of these. So I would just duplicate this guy and change him to my pop-up, and then through code, and actually probably I wouldn't even have this background, turn on whether these are showing or not, or animate them, or do whatever I want to do with them. So yeah, artboards are pretty well supported. I might at some point go in and add one level deeper of children so that you can continue to pull nodes out of one node deeper of an artboard, but it seems like this workflow is pretty compatible.